All right, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I looked up this stuff about Trump banning large investors from buying single-family homes. Here we've got an article from Business Insider. Now it says President Trump announced a plan to block large investors from buying single-family homes. It could affect firms that have moved into the home rental market. Big investors buying into housing have been a target of both political parties. Okay, those are the bullet points. This is what Trump said. I am immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes. I will be calling on Congress to codify it. People live in homes, not corporations. Okay, so it sounds good. And if we look at the actual numbers, only about 0.73% of homes, single-family homes, are owned in this fashion by these large investment corporations. And specifically, BlackRock itself doesn't own any homes. I guess Blackstone does. And they don't specifically own homes either. They just buy stock. And so they're talking about what the Democrats were doing. It was something similar to what I said about forcing them to sell the houses after a certain period of time. But, I mean, really, if you look at it, the numbers where it's like even the medium-sized investors that own at least 10 houses is only 3.4%. So, like, the highest estimate I've seen so far is 5% of U.S. single-family homes are owned by these type of like mega corporations or whatever out of the 70 million. So if you had 5% of 70 million, it would be, because 10% would be 7 million. So it would be like 3.4 million houses, right? If it's at the 5% number, if it's at the 3% number, then it would be less than that even. So will this do much for the housing market actually? I mean, it will release, I mean, it could possibly release several million houses. Okay. We can see this. Facts on BlackRock. Oh no, wait, this isn't the good one. This Blackstone one is better. So Blackstone itself claims that, now this is a big claim, that during the pandemic, Blackstone recognized that many were experiencing extreme hardship. We believe we are the only major investor in the U.S. whose operating partners did not evict a single resident for non-payment during the 2+ years of the pandemic. And they also claim that they build tons of low-income housing or low-cost housing, however you want to look at it. And then they got an infographic right here saying that they only own 0.06% of the total stock of single-family housing in the United States. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about being incredulous. Because I'm starting to get extremely incredulous. Like, see, like, they take, like, you know, the housing tax credits. A lot of, like, small landlords can't even take those. Right? See, whenever they build houses somewhere, they basically build some affordable housing as well. I don't know what affordable housing qualifies as, but I guess obviously it's housing that you can use these low-income housing tax credits on, which that is kind of a scam because it's kind of like a revolving door type of thing where they're building these low-income houses, which a traditional like landlord wouldn't want to build because they're not going to make a lot of money, right? And then they get tax credits from the government. That's kind of a scam a little bit. I mean, I guess it's a welfare type of thing too. But since they're the only people that can afford to build, 800 brand new affordable housing units, and then they get it's kind of like people who go around and buy Section 8 houses and stuff like that so they can get guaranteed rent from the government rather than dealing with the private market. So, I mean, it's definitely a good thing either way because it's going to put some houses on the market. But I mean, like I said, the houses could actually end up being more expensive if they're privately owned by like single landlords. But I guess if you just buy it outright, but nobody can afford to buy a house these days, everyone has a mortgage. So, is this good? I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a good move to stop them from buying any more houses. Okay. Could be good, could be bad. But, I mean, like I'm saying, it could be bad because it could actually raise the price of houses. Who knows? Gotta talk to some economists. All right. The other thing I wanted to look at was this nurses strike thing that's happening.
All right, Fox 5's Haley Fixler live in East Harlem with the late breaking details. Haley.
Well, Steve, Teresa, this could be the largest strike in city history. Nurses, at 20,000 nurses, are preparing to go on strike on January 12th. And of course, all of this is coming during a record flu season. Now, nurses tell me that they just want a fair deal, but they are worried about what would happen if things do not change.
Saved staffing so that we can give excellent.
So they haven't said anything about Mamdani in this news clip, but it seems as if, that's kind of the spirit of it with the whole communism thing and then the unions going on strike. So, even though there's no direct connection to Mamdani, I think that's kind of what this is alluding to. Now, I'm wondering if this is kind of more going in line with what Karlin Poroshenko has been talking about them planning like some type of nationwide union strike of all union workers to like basically make the government submit to the unions or whatever. I mean, it could be that a little bit. I'm not sure. But we'll just check out the rest of this news report.
And care to our patients. They're stepping back. They're rolling back the clock, which is less, more patients, less nurses, and that doesn't work. The community is getting sicker, and we need to pay more attention to them and give them excellent care.
All right, here's what's been going on. 12 hospitals in the city and 3 on Long Island. They're in negotiations with the union right now. Nurses tell me that hospital management claims they cannot afford a new union contract, which would also include what nurses believe would be fair pay, as well as health insurance for them. A rep tells me that hospital management wants them to pay for their own health care rather than getting it as benefits. Now, there are also some...
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been talking about too, where it's kind of crazy if you work at the hospital, but you can't afford healthcare. Like if you can't afford to buy the thing where you work at, I mean, granted, I guess if you work at the like Rolls-Royce factory, it might be a little outlandish. But I mean, like if you work at a hospital 12 hours a day and yet you can't get healthcare, I can see how that could be kind of frustrating. Just a little bit, maybe. Just a little bit.
Concerns regarding workplace violence, and nurses now want some protections in place to keep them safe while they're helping patients. And we did hear back from reps at some hospitals about the potential strike. A representative from Mount Sinai tells us in part, quote, just 3 years after its last strike, the union's showing once again it is willing to use patients as bargaining chips. They also say that this would compromise the financial health of the entire system and threaten the financial stability of hospitals across New York City. A rep from Maimonides says in part, quote, our nurses are critical to our success at Maimonides, and we remain hopeful that we can avoid a strike. Now, they say that they recognize an increasingly difficult financial challenge that they and other hospitals are facing. They also say that they are preparing to hire contract nurses and redeploy staff to ensure that.
You know, the captions on this are like crazy. What is that? What does that say? Oh, let me turn that off. But basically, what it looks like is that, you know, they're asking for much higher pay, benefits, and just like with the bus thing, the city's like saying that it wasn't going to do free, but well, no, it was the state that was like, there's no money for free buses, like the state governor. So it kind of seems like that's what's going to happen here too. But apparently they're going to start doing a 10-day strike, and it's flu season. So I guess we'll see how this goes. I'll just play the rest of this. There's like 50 seconds left.
They can continue to provide high-quality care to patients. Now, Northwell health officials tell us they were disappointed by the decision to issue a strike notice, but they do remain committed to negotiating a fair and sustainable contract that supports the nurses and maintains a high quality of care in the community. Now, New York Presbyterian officials, they tell us that the union has, quote, an unrealistic demand for wages, adding that, quote, collective bargaining requires compromise from both parties. And moments ago, we also just heard back from Montefiore Medical Center. Those officials tell us that the demands could, quote, cost more than $3.5 billion over the life of the proposed new contract, and they say that is a 50% increase from the current agreement. They also are hoping to avoid a strike, but they are preparing for one. And of course, this is something that we will continue to keep our eyes on. Live in East Harlem, back to you guys.
So yeah, I mean, if they start going on strike everywhere, it's kind of something to look out for, because that's definitely what Carlin was talking about, how they're just all going to start going on strike, all the unions and stuff. So, I mean, that's definitely something to look at. Now, why I'm so incredulous, like just in general, is like there's just too much information these days. I mean, sure, you can look up stuff and look into stuff and listen to what everybody's saying, right? It's just like the BlackRock thing. Like, a lot of people been talking about the BlackRock thing, like it's the end of the world. And then when I looked it up, it's like they literally don't own any houses. It's like a fraction of a percentage of houses, of all the houses, right? Then with the whole like Venezuela thing, it's like, what the hell happened there? It's like, first it was fentanyl, now it's not fentanyl, now it's oil. I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, it doesn't even, honestly, I mean, I get what they're doing. I've heard the arguments. It's like a thing where China's going to get the oil or whatever. I get it. I get it. But, you know, the original story was that, you know, he was selling fentanyl and running the gangs in the United States. But now it's like, well, actually, he was a communist and he didn't want to sell us the oil. So, you know, I'm just starting to like really get to the point where like news stories are not even like, I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever. They just flew into some country, abducted the president of their country. Whatever, man. Who cares? Like, I'm not saying who cares like that, but I'm saying like, I mean, there's like a million stories that are just as like important. And anyone can just pick any one of them and be like, oh, look over here. We got people driving over ICE agents over here. And then we got, you know, we're about to attack Iran over here. And we got the Jays over here. And we got, you know, there's always like 50 million things. I'm like, yeah, the world is bad. It sucks. Okay. Tell me something new though. Right. So I'm just kind of like at the point where I'm like, whatever. Okay. Great. And then all these people are on like every platform hyping up their individual interest thing. Like people are like, oh man, the Jays, man, they're doing everything. It's the Jays, man. And if you don't say it's the Jays doing everything, I'm like, bro, talk about the Zionist Christians. Oh, wait, you're a Christian. Oh, wait, you're a Christian. Oh, you're a Christian too. Oh, you're a Christian. And you don't like them saying Judeo-Christian, but you're a Christian. Why don't you talk about the Christians? Literally, Jewish people make up like 2% of the American population. In a democratic society, there's no possibility that they could control the entire society without another group of people working with them. It's just like the libertarians. Libertarians can't get anything through unless they work with the Republicans or the Democrats. The Jays can't get anything through unless they work with the Zionists. So stop saying, oh, it's just the Jays. The Jays run everything. So you're saying that every Christian Zionist in the United States is a brainwashed idiot that's literally a puppet on a string for some Jewish guy. They're so stupid. All the Zionist white people, and there's some black people too, some Mexicans and stuff, right? But for the most part, the largest voting bloc of Zionist Christians that without them, the Jays could not get any of their stuff through. I'm sorry. And you won't say Christian Zionist. You keep saying, oh, it's the Jays, it's the Jays. See, the Jays are doing it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's their interest. It is their interest. But the way that the Zionist Christians interpret the Bible is incorrect, or it doesn't seem correct, according to like some high level scholars that I listen to. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can blame the Jays all day, but they can't do it without the Christians, the Zionist Christians. Don't get me wrong, not all Christians. But specifically these Protestant, evangelical, Zionist Christians are like one of the largest voting blocs in the United States. And if you can't say the Jews and the Zionist Christians are doing it, and you're like pretending like, oh, it's not the Christians, when it is the Christians, the Zionist Christians doing it, I'm like, you're like, oh, I'm telling the real truth, all the truth. Nobody else is telling the truth. I keep on saying the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. It's the Jews. Look, they put a menorah on the thing. What about the Christians? Oh, wait, you're a Christian. Oh, you're a Christian. Oh, you're a Christian. So you won't criticize Christians, even though they're responsible. Because, like I said, there's 2% of the population is Jewish people. They can't get anything through democratically. They can pump as much money into the political system as they want. Millions, billions of dollars. But they have to somebody has to vote for the politicians that are going to do it. And white Zionist Christians for the most part. So you can keep coming at me or whoever else that doesn't want to say it's just the Jews, it's just the Jays. Oh, look, they're doing it. They're tricking everybody. Come on, man. I'm just like, whatever. Who cares? Who really cares at this point? It's like, I'm honestly, like, I'm serious. Like, I'm tired. I'm exposing all the truth, man. And all the other people, they don't know anything because they don't know how to say it's the Jews 40 fucking times in one episode. Yeah, it's the Christians too, though. It's everybody that votes for that stuff. Basically everybody that votes and still voting and still thinking that they're going to do the things that they said they're going to do after a million billion times of them saying that they're going to do what they said they're going to do and they don't do it. It's like, oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm like the Venezuela thing, it could be great. It could literally be freaking the golden egg, the goose with the golden egg, and all that, and all what all the people that are saying positive things about it are. I can't get excited about it. I'm like, it's like the 50,000th time that they said it was going to be good, and all the other 4,999 times it wasn't good. So I'm not getting excited about it. It could be great. It could be the greatest thing ever. It could literally be like, baby Jesus coming down to like tap our heads with a feather. And I'm just like, don't care. Talk to me when it's actually gone through fully. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just at that. That's where I'm at right now with it. I'm like, I don't care. All the news reports, everybody else is getting like super enraged. Oh, the Somalis, the Somalis this. Bleh. It's like, bro, they've been here for years. They've been here for. It's not like this just started like yesterday. Whatever's even going on. It's not like it just started yesterday. But now it's time to get enraged about it. When I'm doing a YouTube video, bro. like seriously. I'm like, I just can't even get outraged anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, stuff sucks. Trust me, it sucks. Everything is like not cool, right? Like even like the whole like Venezuela thing. It's like, bro, like you can't even accept the fact that people in the United States want to do drugs because life sucks so bad, and they're like, it's the same thing with the Jays, right? And the evangelicals. It's like you're trying to save them from themselves. You're like, oh, they're bringing in the terrorist narcotics. It's like, bro, there's nobody walking around advertising for fentanyl. Like, I've never met a Venezuelan been like, yo, bro, you want to buy some fentanyl? It's never happened. You know how people get addicted to fentanyl at the doctor's office? When there are people that wouldn't usually take drugs at all. They've probably never taken a drug in their life. And then the doctor's like, here, try this for your pain. And they get so wrecked off of it, and they don't realize that they're getting addicted to the drug because they've never taken drugs before. And then their prescription runs out, and they're like, oh man, I'm still feeling the pain though. That's how people, it's like literally our country created fentanyl. We created it. We created fentanyl, and now you're gonna freaking try to classify it as a terrorist drug. Like, get out of here. Like, you fell for that, and then you're like, oh wait, but Maduro, whatever his name is, I'm like saying Maduro, whatever the Venezuela guy's name is, he's a drug dealer. He's got all the fentanyl. Really? In South America? Fentanyl? I'm like, if you said cocaine, I would have believed you. If you were like, he's got all the cocaine or all the heroin, because heroin comes from like Afghanistan. If you were like, he's got all the cocaine, I would have believed you. And then it's like, oh, then when he gets to trial, oh, what? He's not on trial for fentanyl? Oh, you lied again? Oh, I thought all those boats that you blew up were full of fentanyl. But they weren't. They weren't, because obviously he's not on trial for that. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm supposed to just sit here and believe it and get hyped up. Oh, it's happening. It's happening now. No. I'm just like, I don't care. Don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't want to hear it. I'm just like, I don't even fucking watch videos like that anymore. Like, I'll watch the news real quick. some couple people, I'll check out their video once in a while, but I'm not getting hyped up. I'm not like, oh man, it's gonna change, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna change. It's just gonna be a generational change like all the other ones. Because Trump already said he can't fix the housing because it's not fair to the boomers, technically. I mean, what the boomers did wasn't fair to anyone in the first place, but it's gonna wreck the economy. If you do something to like lower the value of all their houses so that they can sell them to people for cheaper, it won't work economically because they already got the investments and the economy is basically based on all that stuff. So fixing the BlackRock thing, I mean, stopping them from buying future homes and doing that and putting a couple million houses on the market, probably a good thing. But like I said, could make them more expensive because individual landlords won't be getting the government-backed tax credits like they do. So there might not be as much low-income housing, affordable housing, whatever they call that. So, like I'm saying, it's not like, oh, we can just do this or do that. All these people talking about BlackRock's they're gonna take over the world and blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, it's like they own like 0.01% of all the houses, all the single family houses. And they don't have that many rentals either. Like a small percentage. Maybe like 1 to 5% or something like that. Totally owned by all these like capital investment groups. So kind of lost me on that one. Not that Trump's not doing something good, but all the people that are like acting like it's the end of the world. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the video. Just going off on that type of stuff. Maybe I'll watch some videos like next week or something, but for right now I'm just like, because everybody's like, oh, I got this opinion on the thing and that, but it's like, your opinion doesn't matter. They're just going to do what they want to do. Haven't you caught on yet? Like Trump's like, yeah, we might take over Mexico and Greenland too. Did you vote for that? No. No, you didn't. But he's like, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Right? Pete Hegseth's up there like, we could do whatever we want, man. We could do whatever we want. And then you're like, oh, but we're going to vote and we're going to stop the Jays by complaining on YouTube and blah, blah, bro. Unless you got like nukes, like Black Hawk helicopters and freaking rocket launchers and all, you're not going to stop them from doing anything. You're just going to be on YouTube like, oh, it's the Jays, man. Send me money. I'm the champion of talking about the Jays. Look, man, I said Jews like 20 times in one episode. Say Zionist Christians 20 times in one episode. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, you're Christian. All right. All right. That's the video. Thanks for watching. If you did, if you didn't, you probably won't hear this. Have a good day and peace.